Chinese people are not drinking dairy often. They are drinking a lot of like soy milk. So soy milk is made from like dried soybeans. So over here I have like a bowl of dried soybeans. What we're going to do is like the soybeans need to be like soaked overnight in water. So the first step what we're going to do to make soy milk is actually rinse the soybeans, and then we're going to soak it overnight in water. So let's start with that. What we're going to do with the soybean is we're going to rinse it on the water, in cold water, and we're going to rinse it for 3 times. So just going to rinse it, and then we're going to pour away the water, and we're going to repeat it for another 2 times. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer the dried soybeans to a bigger bowl, and we're going to cover it with water. We're going to cover it with water, and we're going to leave it overnight to soak. So we're going to cover the soybeans with water, and we're going to leave it overnight, and then next day it will be ready to be used for the soy milk. So what we have here is like the soybeans which have been soaked overnight in water. What we're going to do with these soybeans is we're going to add in 2.5 liters of water, and we're going to blend it up in a blender here. So going to add in 2.5 liters of like drinking water into the bowl of the soaked soybeans. What we're going to do then is we're going to like spoon it in, the beans and the water together, into like this blender here. So make sure there's enough water in here as well. So not only like the beans, but the water. So what we're going to do is we're going to like put it on top of like the blender, and we're going to put a lid on, and we're going to switch it on and blend it until it's like a smoothie. Yeah? So it has now consistency of a smoothie. What we're going to do is we're going to sieve it through a cheesecloth or the muslin cloth. So we're going to pour it in, and then what you'll see on the other end is like the milk will like go through the sieve, and the pulp will stay behind. So the milk what we're going to do is we're going to bring it to the boil. Yeah? That's like the soy milk. So we're going to continue with the rest of the beans which has not been blended up yet. Now we finish all the blending. What we're going to do now is squeeze out the excess milk which is still in the pulp. So we're going to like hold all the corners together, and then there's a little bit of foam coming out, so that's okay. And we're going to squeeze the liquid out. Okay. Make sure there's no pulp ending into the milk. Just going to squeeze it out until you cannot squeeze it anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to boil the milk. So this is done, and we're going to move over to the stove and boil the milk. The soy milk that we just blended up is now ready to be boiled. What we're going to do is add all the milk into a pot. We're just going to add it in the pot and pour it in here. Boiling soy milk is the same as boiling milk. So it will burn really easily, and it will overcook as well. So what we're going to do is we have to like be at the stove and stir occasionally. Yeah? So we're going to stir occasionally, and we're going to like bring it to the boil. The soy milk is boiling now. What we're going to do is we're going to boil for another 5 minutes, and we're going to serve it.